So we're doing the Squawking 7 top favorite fear moments. Your favorite moment, what part do you like to watch over and over again? What made you stand up and cheer on Fear the Walking Dead? You know what? You could be here and be part of this recording right now and be putting your answers in the comments with us that we could read out right now if you were here. And it's so easy to do. Dave, how do they do that?
You do that by heading over to either ko-fi.com/squawkingdead or patreon.com/squawkingdead. You don't have to buy us a coffee or join a membership tier. Just follow for free because that's where we post our recording schedules. We don't post them on social media for a reason.
I am going to start, since this is Dave's first time with us, I'm going to start with Dave and his number 7.
Dave.
This is the part where I make something completely up.
He doesn't have a
You
list.
didn't prepare a list.
He doesn't have one.
I didn't have a list.
Dave's like, I want to join you guys, but I'm not going to prepare in any way, shape, or form.
He's the peanut gallery.
You know what? So let me make it
Sophia.
official. So to be fair with all of you, I did not make up a list, but I will randomly select an episode that made me stand up and cheer during our discussions, as well as try to lend color commentary. And one that stood out to me, I geeked out a little bit when Morgan suggested to John and Alicia, mostly Alicia, that they might go to Alexandria on season 4, episode 7?
9.
9.
409.
It was a 409. Because after that was Close Your Eyes, right? 410?
Yes.
When that happened, I was like, what? It could happen? What? Even though they said it wouldn't? Oh. And so I thought that was a pretty cool moment. And obviously, I want to mix that with Close Your Eyes because that's a cheap way out of making it a little harder for me later on when you call out in my number 6. But Close Your Eyes was a phenomenal episode. I can never rave about it enough. Bottle episode. And I can get behind people who say it's a little hokey, but there was so much really, really good symbolism. And it was about a struggle of trying to find the value of life. And I really dug it. It was a really good episode between Charlie and Alicia.
Okay, let me consult my list because I did prepare myself for this. So, I mean, I didn't pick like a whole episode. My number 7 moment. I don't even know.
Shade.
Wow.
So much shade. Look at Shot A up in here. That's how much shade is being thrown right now.
Let me get the umbrella out.
So much shade going on. It's like the light is getting dimmer.
Yikes.
I missed you, Dave.
I missed me too.
I don't even know if I have like a great explanation for this. I just remember how I felt when this happened. When Strand called himself Morgan, he introduced himself to Howard as Morgan Jones. And I just was like,
right, it was season 6,
like
episode 16.
Yes.
The season finale.
616.
Was it the finale? I couldn't remember
Right
if
at
it was
the
the
end.
finale or the
Yeah.
one before
Yeah.
it. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, I'm Victor Strand. I was like, well, that lasted a long time.
And in that hoarse voice, I'm Victor Strand.
Right. He was Morgan Jones for all
He
of like
can
10
never
minutes.
decline himself. He's too fabulous to
No.
say that he's anybody but Victor Strand.
It said a lot about him in that moment, though, too, didn't it?
I think it did. I think
He
it
didn't want to be him anymore.
It's also on my list.
And it's not on my list, but this is a good one.
The laugh alone.
Yes.
My number 7, I'm sure, ranked much lower on mine than you ladies. June killing Jenny.
That's on my list somewhere.
Yeah, I
Good one.
figured
Did
it's on your
that
list.
show up on your list?
Yeah, Ginny was the worst, so it was pretty great. It just was satisfying. I just hated her so much. I was like, oh, thank God, someone finally killed her. Finally.
I'm so happy all the time that COVID caused the split of season 6 where it did.
Right.
Because I feel like I would have had a very difficult time caring so much about the show if I had to wait 6 months after watching John die until I got the justice. So I'm so glad that the season got messed up in the sense that it ended on 7. We didn't have to wait between John dying and June killing Jenny. It happened the next episode. It was very cathartic for me. I'll get to that. It's not as high on my list as most of you would probably assume.
Well, I knew Sharon Day had all the June moments covered, so honestly, June didn't even show up on my list. I knew you got him covered.
Controversial list indeed. Okay.
I told you. People are going to take issue with my list.
My list is like yours when we did the favorite Walking Dead episodes, and yours were all Carol and Daryl.
So this is another moment
mine are
of
all
chaos.
going to be June and John. I do have a couple that are not June and John. I have one that's going to surprise everybody, to be
And
honest.
Dr. Stephen Edwards is on my list because he wanted to kill Carol. You know, right? So that was the only reason why he was on your list.
Oh,
Anyway.
it's the only reason
yeah.
he'd be on anybody's list. It's the only thing he was known for.
Right. Well, on that note of June killing Jenny, I agree and love that moment only because it was so shocking.
Mm-hmm.
That pop, I didn't see it coming really because June is June, and I didn't think she would go that far. But I didn't like it because we had to say goodbye to Ginny, and I happened to like, even though she was annoying, liked seeing her on screen. I like Colby Minifie.
You
So
like Colby.
So, isn't that why we were all like, oh, but Ginny's not too bad? Like,
So Colby's great. She really, I feel like, chewed the scenery a lot of the time as Jenny.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she plays villain very well. God, I was so over Ginny. I was like, come on, man, we gotta move past. This story's gotta keep going, okay? Like, let's go. I grew up on Buffy, okay? One big bad a season. So let's move on.
There can only be one Ginger. Anyway.
my number 7 is the wrestling sequence in 705 Till Death, because it is so much fun.
Wait, which number is this for you?
That's my number 7.
That's my number 6.
I'm not a wrestling person or anything, like, so that wasn't why I liked it, but it was funny and it was cute, and I love the music that they chose to go behind it. Christine jumping through the ropes and spinning around and stabbing the walker was f***ing awesome. I know a lot of people complained about season 7 overall, but 7, the first half was not so bad, and 705 was one I really enjoyed.
If you saw the unedited episode, you could catch some of those complaints.
We had a few comments.